There's a saying in football that winning is not a quarterback stat, and tonight's a great example. Kenny Pickett has significantly better wide receiving talent, a significantly better roster, at home, much more support, better defensive front to pressure Will Levis. And Will Levis, for most of the night, outplayed him with a very Spartan, very mediocre receiving tight end core on the road, this franchise in a rebuild with multiple offensive line injuries. Now, it's important to note, because I know we have a history of, Brady going in the 6th round and Dak Prescott going in the 3rd or 4th round and Russell Wilson in the 3rd round. Remember, Will Levis was a 1st round. He was a lottery talent in terms of arm talent. He has a huge arm. Mom went to Yale, was a 4-point college student. He just turned people off in the interview process. A lot of the gun show stuff, too cocky. So he was a 1st-round talent that dropped to the top of the 2nd. Kenny Pickett, 2 general managers told me, and a couple of the best guys in the league, Kenny Pickett was a top of the 3rd to middle 3rd talent, but he was a Pittsburgh kid, and the Steelers needed a quarterback now, and it was a bad quarterback class. And so you can see when they play, Levis has a significantly better arm, a special arm. He's bigger, stronger, thicker, plays with more confidence, easier thrower. Kenny Pickett doesn't have a lot of special, but he's got Pickens, Deontay Johnson, a couple of really good backs. I think a healthier offensive line. He's at home. Winning is not a quarterback stat, right? Now, obviously, the great quarterbacks win more than mediocre quarterbacks, or certainly bad quarterbacks. But you can see special with Will Levis. Kenny Pickett has played, I think, 21 games as a pro, and I think he's had 1 game with multiple touchdown passes. That is hard to do with this receiving core. Will Levis has played 2 games and has 1 multiple touchdown game. This was a big ask for him. Even on the final drive, that was a big ask. Under pressure, not a lot to work with. He drove him down the field. Will Levis is really, really good. And this is what I mean about Kenny Pickett. Folks, it just doesn't take long. I use the analogy all the time. I listen to music. I don't know anything about it. But if you watch The Voice or you watch American Idol, you can tell in 15 seconds who has talent. It doesn't take long. And none of us are music executives. I looked it up today. Burrow, Trevor Lawrence, Lamar Jackson, Herbert, Dak, Mahomes, Russell Wilson. You saw brilliance first year. Jared Goff and Tua, you saw brilliance when they finally got an offensive coach, McVay or Mike McDaniels. So Kenny Pickett's not going to be getting an offensive coach soon. Now, people always point to Josh Allen wasn't very good initially, the Buffalo quarterback. But I went and looked at his rookie stats. Now, I remember him jumping over people. He was special his first year. He had 10 passing touchdowns and 18 total touchdowns. Yeah, he ran for 8, 630 yards of rushing, 7 yards a carry. There was all sorts of special from Josh Allen his first year. All sorts of special. If you don't see it as you get to Thanksgiving, the 2nd year, and that's the longest you should have to wait. Will Levis's first start, he had 4 touchdowns and no picks. 4 touchdowns, no picks with that Tennessee tight end wide receiver core and that O-line. So I think you already see Will Levis's talent. And again, he was a top 10 talent arm-wise, brain-wise. People just thought he was off-putting and cocky, the gun show at the combine. People just didn't like him. He interviewed very poorly. Remember, he was the guy that used to eat the banana peel on, put mayonnaise in his coffee, and then a couple of teams asked him about that during the interview process, and he, said, "Why are you bringing it up?" Reportedly, he was kind of brusque in the interviews, blunt, and people didn't like it. Executives didn't like it. But he has first-round top 10 arm talent. So it just doesn't take long. There's a rule to me that when you start complaining about play calling and wide receiver drops, you have a bottom tier quarterback, right? You think Justin Herbert gets great play calling, or Mahomes? Mahomes receivers lead the NFL in drops. At some point, you got to make plays. And again, Kenny Pickett will get the win, but I think if you're a Tennessee Titan fan, you got your quarterback. There's no reason to play Ryan Tannehill. None. Will Levis, big, strong, smart, lets it rip, plays with confidence, thick kid. I think he got something. Now, this organization, like New England, can't get wide receiver right. They had A.J. Brown for a minute. Now he's an Eagle. But I think you got to be really happy. And I say this regularly, routinely, that I am always rooting for all quarterbacks, even Baker Mayfield, to crush it. Because nothing's worse than watching backups. Nothing. Look at this weekend in the NFL. I mean, there's 4 games I want to watch. Lamar Jackson's in one of them, 2 against Mahomes in another one, Burrow and Josh Allen in another one, and Dak against Jalen Hurts in another one. I mean, we're only halfway through the season. There's 4 games I'm really locked into. And the worst quarterback in that group is Geno Smith, who I think led the NFL in passer rating last year. So mediocre quarterback play is a bad watch. I still feel the same way about Kenny Pickett. He'll win some games. It's a great organization. I mean, they just draft and develop so well in Pittsburgh. But Will Levis, to me, I see special. I see juice. They got something there. Big, strong arm, thick kid, plays with a ton of confidence. Just get him some help. All right, NBA fans, basketball is officially back, and the DraftKings Sportsbook, official sports betting partner of the NBA, is celebrating with an unbeatable offer. New customers can get $200 instantly in bonus bets by throwing down just $5 on the NBA. That is a good deal. Win or lose, doesn't matter. You'll start the season with an instant W, a win. All right, DraftKings parlays, everybody's got a shot to even more basketball wins and bigger basketball wins. String together multiple bets. It's called a parlay. Same game parlay. Build your parlay across multiple games. And what does that give you? Better odds, so you can make a smaller bet and win more money. I like doing them. I like parlays. They're fun. Basketball is more fun when you're in on the action. And with DraftKings, you will be. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app right now. Use the code Colin, COLIN. This NBA season, $10, $5. It's fun. It's juice. I love it. New customers, $200 instantly in bonus bets by betting just $5. Yeah, you heard it right. Only on DraftKings Sportsbook. The code is Colin, COLIN. The crown is yours. Don't miss the action this weekend when the NFL heads to Germany for the Frankfurt games. These games will air on the NFL Network. I'll be watching and stream on NFL Plus. Again, streaming on NFL Plus. For a limited time, Verizon customers can get Netflix Plus, NFL Plus for just $25 a month with Plus Play. That's $120 in annual savings. Plus Play is a platform where Verizon customers can shop, manage, and save on the subscriptions you already have, like NFL Plus. With NFL Plus Premium, you get access to games on mobile, NFL Red Zone, NFL Network, which means you can catch the Frankfurt games and more. Just go to verizon.com/NFL. Save before the games. $120 you can save annually. Hurry, this offer ends soon. Time for another week of the VLTED Challenge. We're excited to be using the VLTED app. It's VLTED. It's a place where you can store your sports predictions, participate in cash prize pools without an entry fee. Nope. Football, basketball, hockey, the VLTED app, they have it all. Download the app now. It's the Colin Cowherd Week 9 pool. Chance to win $2,500 in cash prizes. All you have to do is answer the questions with confidence points. Walk away with some serious cash. Congratulations to Daniel Gambill for winning last week's $2,000 prize. That's a lot of real cash there, right? You receive an exclusive challenge also from me on the VLTED app, VLTED, the VLTED app. Same stakes this week. First place, $2,000. Winner gets to compete against me one-on-one one challenge, Vaulted app, VLTED. Vaulted offers free pools, cash prizes every single day. All right, let's bring in J-Mac for another Vaulted challenge. Remember, you can prove you're smarter than your friends by using the Vaulted app. Last week, J-Mac went 3-1. He is building a lead on me for the season. First 1 to 50 wins the Vaulted challenge. I've already made my predictions for week 9. Jason wants to challenge me. Let's start with a big game in Philadelphia. I have decided I am going Philadelphia -3 to cover at home. They're a big game team. I'm risking 7 units here. J-Mac, why do you accept my challenge?
Well, because I like the Cowboys in this spot. Again, Philadelphia really beat up at quarterback. This Jalen Hurts lack of running situation, Colin, concerns me. I think Dallas does enough offensively. I want to see what Philadelphia looks like playing from behind. They're great front runners. They love to get out in front and just use the run game to salt away wins. I don't know that they can do that here. Dallas's offense clicking on all cylinders. Give me reluctantly the Cowboys.
Don't like the coach with the Saints. I'll take the Bears to cover. Numbers now 8.5. I'll risk 5 units. J-Mac, why will you accept my challenge?
This is one of the biggest line moves of the week. This was 6, now 8.5, blowing through a key number. Nobody has any faith in T-Bag, the bag man, whatever you want to call Secret Bagent Man. I saw him up close at the Chargers game. He looked terrible. They don't have anybody, Colin, on that offense who can win except for DJ Moore, and you could just rub him out with Marcus Lattimore. So I really like the Saints here. I think this is one of my favorite plays of the week.
To Germany, Chiefs and the Dolphins, I'll take Kansas City, but I do think Tua will throw for more yards than Patrick Mahomes. I'm risking 4 units here. Jason, what say you?
Well, I'm glad you're only going 4 units. It looks like the wind is going to be a factor here. 15-mile-an-hour winds. I don't know much about the stadium in Germany, but you start researching it. This seems like it's going to be a heavy run game. However, I really think Miami leans on their run game more with Bolton out at linebacker for the Chiefs. So I think Mahomes has to win this through the air. I don't know if Taylor Swift is going to be there, but I think Kelsey delivers in Germany. Give me Mahomes in the passing yards department.
Last one, I do like the Jets this week, but I think they'll miss the playoffs. I'm risking 8 units here. Jason, why do you accept my vaulted challenge?
Well, this is a double bet for me. I'm going against Buffalo. I think they start to regress against a difficult schedule, and I think Pittsburgh falls off a cliff. I like the Jets to do just enough. Colin, we've seen them face top-tier teams all season. They showed well against Buffalo with a win. Kansas City, a narrow loss. They beat the Eagles. The rest of their schedule is full of like average middle-tier teams. They do have the Dolphins still twice, but I like the Jets to get 10 wins and sneak into the postseason.
So there you go. My week 9 predictions. They're locked into the Vaulted app, VLTED, and make sure to enter the Colin Cowherd Week 9 pool. Totally free. First place, $2,000. Remember the Vaulted app, VLTED, and the QR code is right on the screen.